tell us how you got started.
So my dad was a magician, my uncle was a magician. I grew up in the weird family in the neighborhood. So everyone was watching us as we were unicycling and juggling in the front yard, actually putting my little sister and my mom into a cage and setting it on fire. Weird things like that. All true, all very strange, but I'm the only sibling out of a family of magicians who decided to take it pro, if you will. Next question. Go for
Did
it.
you think it was odd that they would invite Magic to open a big?
Yeah, it's very weird that they had Magic here for the KLOVE Awards, but what they saw, so last year I toured all year on the arena tour with Florida Georgia Line and Thomas Rhett, Frankie Ballard. And what I got to do is you guys are freaking out right over there. You're freaking out? Okay. No, that's okay. I thought it was because I said Thomas Rhett. He makes women freak out. I was on tour with Thomas Rhett, Florida Georgia Line, and I hosted their arena show. So what would happen is I'd come out, open the show, and then Frankie Ballard would come out. And then in between, I would do magic with Frankie backstage on the big screens, and then we'd go out into the audience and make front row tickets appear in some girl's mouth in the back row, and we'd refill somebody's soda, and then things like that. So that was what we did with Florida Georgia Line. KLOVE saw that and they said, can you do that here? Can you maybe open the show with some cool magic? Can you do some magic with the hosts and maybe even bring on an act with a trick? And kind of makes sense in the hype up middle act sort of thing, which is cool. Cool. Next questions, otherwise I'll just start talking. So about the book. Here, go for it, and then I'll tell you about the book.
Again, real quick, do you have a song that you listen to before performances or anything like that to get you pumped up?
Oh man, my walkout song is Feet Don't Fail Me Now by Need to Breathe. That's my walkout song, and it's a wicked awesome song. We used it all last year on tour. I still use it. So, like, hearing that song gets me psyched like I'm walking out on stage, even if I'm just in the car. It just gets me psyched up. So everything Need to Breathe is doing is like stupid good. So it's amazing. Really quick, because the book, you asked me how I got started in magic. My dad was a magician. How do you get started in magic if your parents are normal? So my dad and I wrote this book together called Adventures of a Kid Magician. And it's about a young kid named Zach who gets in and out of trouble using magic tricks. And at the end of every story, at the end of every chapter, you get to learn whatever trick was in that chapter, which is really cool. The secrets to the magic are hidden within the chapter. So that means if you're 6 to 13 years old, you don't get to skip to the end of the chapter just to learn a trick. You have to read the whole chapter. And the coolest thing that I'm seeing, why are there no girl magicians? You guys know? Nobody knows, right? There's no examples for these girl magicians. And I saw this, my dad saw this, so what we did is the end of this book, the big, spoiler alert, the big cool end of the book is this hidden secret girl magician saves the day. So what I'm seeing more than anything, which is spectacular, is not little boys coming up to me and saying they're getting started on magic. It's these little girls. And they're getting better at it than the little boys because they develop early, and it's not fair. So, next famous magician is probably going to be a chick. Does somebody have one last question, then we're going to do a trick. Go.
I hear your family did some traveling.
Yes, you did hear correctly. My family grew up. I was on a mission. I'll start over. Growing up, my family and I, when we performed magic, most of it was on missions trips overseas. We would use magic to catch people's eyes so they would listen with their ears so God could touch their heart. All of it was gospel magic, which is something not a lot of people hear about, but it's basically using magic tricks the same way that Jesus would use parables to share a lesson. So here we are in Peru in an arena of 4,000 people because people wanted to see the magic show that came to town. We'd get to do an hour show at the end of it, share the gospel, and because we were partnering with churches, we weren't just dropping a bomb and leaving. We were partnered and hooked them all into small groups and churches in Peru, Kenya, Egypt, Jamaica, Brazil. Really, really cool. I visited 26 countries before I was 25 years old, all doing magic. So, excellent. You want to see a trick, and then I'll get out of your hair? Yeah. Who's got a dollar bill that I can borrow? Like a $1 bill? Yeah, get it out. Get it out. What's your name?
Justin.
Justin?
Yeah.
Excellent. This isn't set up at all. Do you have does somebody have a pen or maybe you have a pen? That's perfect. Justin, can you put your name right there on the eagle, right there? Make sure everybody.
What's your name?
You know what? Here, put your initials with the Sharpie. The Sharpie's a little bit bigger. Yeah, just cool. Can you all see that? Can you just don't let it leave your sight, okay? What's important here is that it's Justin's bill. Justin, hold out your hand. What I want you to do, stand up. Very good. Stand right here. It's perfect. You're very obedient, Justin. Right there. Hold out your hand for me. I'm going to teach you something kind of cool, something that you can do with sugar packets. First one, do you know why you shake sugar like this? Because if you shake it like this, it goes everywhere. Making sure you guys are awake. Ooh, this camera's got the money shot right here. Watch this. Take the sugar packet. You can actually make the sugar packet disappear, but the sugar I want you to feel right there. What do you feel?
That's a sugar.
You look like a skeptic. I want you to feel that right there. You can actually feel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's sugar.
And that's not $2 bills glued together. Is that one bill?
Yeah.
I want you to feel that right there. You can feel right there. Feel, right? Turn your head and talk. Good, thank you. Here's the deal. This is the weird part though. I want you all to be able to come up to Justin and see this impossible object, but first, I want you to see. Justin, that's yours. Give Justin a round of applause. Thank you, guys.